Hey guys, it's Trish from Trish's Card Club, live from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm a couple minutes late. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't lose everybody. Um, I was actually working and lost track of the time. Thank goodness. Karen texted me and said, "Are you going live?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm late." So I am an independent demonstrator. I have a YouTube and a Facebook page called Trish's Card Club. Hey, Mary. And you can shop with me 24/7 at trishan.stampinup.net. That is a webpage that Stampin' Up curates for us. Makes it easy for shopping. So I just wanted to do a quick announcement, and then I'm going to make the card, and then I am going to show you a couple things. The quick announcement is on June 5th through the end of the month, all the bundles that Stampin' Up sells, that's stamp sets with dies, are going to be 10% off. So that's a great deal. So they're already 10% off, and they're going to be 10% more off that. So that's a really, really good deal. So I wanted to throw that out there before I got started. Okay. So tonight we're going to do something because I've been stubborn and not learning how to pronounce a word, and I wanted to learn how to pronounce a word. I apologize if there's a shadow. Let me see if I can get a little more light on my screen. Just 1 second. I think that's a little better, except it makes a big, here, let me do this for a second. It makes a big, I want to talk a little bit about the catalog. There's a couple things in the catalog that I want to show you guys. Let's see. Okay, the first thing that I haven't talked about, but I think is the coolest thing that Stampin' Up has done, is on page 22 of the catalog, they've given us a bunch of layouts that you can use as an inspiration for a card. I love that. I think that is so good. Hey, Karen. Hey, Judy. And Miss Nancy Peavy. I love this idea. Because if you don't know, if you want to make a card but you can't get started, now you have a bunch of layouts that you can use to be inspired by. So that inspiration little graphic right there is fantastic. I hope you can see it. Guys, can you see it? There you go. And there's a lot of choices, So I wanted to point that out in the catalog. And then I wanted to point out this word right here. Nancy, I wish you were here and you could help me with my English. I think it's pronounced inferior. I think that's how they pronounce it. I think. Euphoria. Something like that. Euphoria. I think that's what it is. So these little things right here are the Stampin' Up has not sold before. And that's what I keep referring to. But what Stampin' Up describes them as in this page, which is the page that I'm going to actually be doing the card from, let me get more of it on the screen. They describe it as single-sided die cut designs. That's what these are right here. So let me show you them in person. I've used this pack a couple times, but I found a card that I loved, and that's what I'm talking about, these things. Single-sided die cut designs. So there's a bunch, as you can see. If I move this one, you can see you get them in all different kinds. So I saw a card online that I loved. Sue Moore actually did it, and so I used her as inspiration. And then now I'm going to make the card. I'm using Pretty Peacock is the color of the card base. Pretty Peacock, and I've taken it and I've scored it a little bit different. Now, normally in a card base, it's 8.5 by 11, cut in half. It comes down to 5 1/4 by 4. This one, for scoring purposes, is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Because 5 1/4 here, 4 inches here. Because I wanted to fold this piece back. So let me get my embossing folder. My bone folder, and really flatten that out. Okay, and then let me flatten it on this side too. So I want it to be nice and flat to make it easier to see while I'm making the card. Hey Myra, good to see you. So that's that. I have a few new things that I'm using tonight. I'm also using this. Do you guys see the size of this embossing folder? I think it's 8 by 6. I should have gotten a regular embossing folder to show you how big it is. Isn't that massive? It's called Dotted Circles. And so you can get your circles to be right in the center. So we're using this embossing folder, which is massive. And I'm using Unbounded Love stamp set for my word stamps. Unbounded Love comes with a set of dies that will be on sale June 5th to the 30th. So if you had a wish list from the new catalog of some of the bundles, that's when you're gonna want to buy them. Okay, so I took that embossing folder and I embossed this beautiful design. Isn't it pretty? And then I'm taking some single-sided die cut designs. I'm taking this one, that's one of them, and I'm going to first stamp it. And I'm stamping in the Pretty and Peacock. And I'm going to stamp the reverse. I'm going to stamp what would normally be the inside words on the outside of my card. May all your wishes come true. And then I'm going to put that on with some dimensionals. There we go. So how are you guys doing? How is your spring into summer going? I think in Florida, it's already summer, hot. I think in Maine, it's pretty rainy. So isn't that pretty? So that's that. Here in Tennessee, it's pretty rainy too. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to put my glue on it, a substantial amount, because this is a very textured piece of cardstock. So I want it to stay on there. So I'm going to put on a fair amount of glue. And I don't want to guess how much to put on this side. So that's why I'm just putting it on that. Does that make sense? To make it easier. So that's already really pretty, isn't it? I think that's so pretty. Then I'm going to take the inside and where are my parts and pieces? So these are the other two pieces. And I'm going to stamp first. And I'm stamping Happy Birthday. It was all cloudy today, and it was mostly rainy and cloudy this weekend. So, yeah, spring in Tennessee can be very rainy. And then I'm going to put these decorative pieces. They'll be a little bit off so that the Happy Birthday fits. I don't usually put this much in the inside card, but it looks really pretty with this card idea. And I still have plenty of room to write if I want to just write someone a quick note for their birthday. So I'm going to put that on the inside like that. And then you have this really pretty card. Isn't that pretty? Now I could also put a piece of Designer Series paper that matches this set right there. That would be just as beautiful. But I thought that was so pretty. May all your wishes come true. Happy birthday. I know usually you reverse it, but sometimes I like to, can you see it's a little crooked? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off and just move it over just a hair so it doesn't show. Just a hair. Like that. Let's see if that covers it up. Yep, that did it. Now you can't see any of the edges at all. And that, you guys, is that not a 2-second card? The reason why it's a 2-second card is because all of the work is done in binding this Designer Series paper and the die cuts, because this is all the work. You get 6 pieces of Designer Series paper, and let's see if I can show you. I've used up quite a bit of it, so I don't have all the. I might have even used up all of these. Yep, I have. I've used up all but this pattern, but and it's beautiful on the other side too. But there's 6 pieces, three different patterns, and a ton of parts and pieces of the single-sided die cut design, and tons of frames. So there's a lot. So what I was thinking that I could do is it would be fun to take this piece right here, trim it down, and just put it right there so that I would have a little bit of pattern paper here too. I could actually cover the whole thing. That would work as well, just to cover that up if I wanted to do that. But literally, if you get this, it takes 2 seconds and then the card is done. So that is really pretty cool. Here's here is the, we could just do it upside down. It won't matter. These are the 3 pieces. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then these are the back sides of them. So it's really very, very pretty paper, very pretty colors goes with that. So if you're someone that likes to assemble cards quick and easy, it doesn't get any easier than this. Something new that Stampin' Up is doing. I think that they take it off the idea of the kits that they've been doing. So yeah, I love this. I felt so bad in my paper share that I messed up, but it's actually worked out that I've used it a lot. So, and Judy, you're right. This folder is massive. I believe we have 2 of them in the catalog. I don't know exactly why they're so big. I know in Europe, their cards are bigger than our cards. And since we're in Europe, maybe that they just, excuse me, they just decided to do just one size. I'm not sure, but it is really cool. It makes the prettiest designs. Do you see how pretty the design is? It makes the prettiest designs. So that's it for that. Just a quick little sharing that I wanted to do. This comes from my friend Carol, that you guys know I talk about all the time, because Carol's always sending me the most wonderful cards. But I love this design because look at this. I love this design. She sent this to me when I was down and out. Oh, for scrapbooking, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that, Judy, but that's a really good possibility that they could have done it for that. That's a good observation. When I was down and out with pneumonia, Carol sent me a beautiful get well card. And I just think it's so pretty. I love this cut. I love that angle. I think that was really pretty. So I wanted to send that. And then I thought that since a lot of you guys are going to be coming to the Crafts, Chicks, and Chocolate event, that I would do another little sneak peek. It's always exciting to get a sneak peek of what's going to be happening. So here it is. And there it goes. Another little sneak peek. You should have gotten an email from Karen or from me about that event, and it's worth reading the email. I think, you guys, that's everything to look at. I will put this back here. Remember around here that we make it and we mail it. So hopefully you'll have time to make a card and bless someone. Birthdays are always a great way to send out a card, but sometimes just thinking of you, just letting someone know that you think about them really could make someone's whole day. And we live in a hard world. And so that touch of kindness can really go a very, very long way. Okay, I'm looking on my desk. I don't see anything else. I talked already about just one more time, one more reminder. Starting June 5th, we're going to have the rest of the month, the bundles will be 10% off. So 10% off already, and then another 10% off. If you sign up to be a demonstrator, you'll get another 20% off that. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, just in case you really want a good deal. I think that's it. You guys, I hope you have a really good week. I'll be here next Monday night. And around here, we make it and we mail it. So please do get some cards mailed and made and mailed oh, I can't talk. So please do get some cards made and mailed this week so you can bless people. And I hope you guys have a good week. And I will see you next Wednesday night. Thanks, everybody, for joining and sharing some of your time. Yes, it was just a good tease, huh, Karen? Yes, just a little bit to get people wondering what we're doing for our Crafts, Chicks, and Chocolate event on June 22nd. So miss you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.